All right, guys, I'm going to talk about the x-coordinate of the vertex this time. We're going to take a look at what we do with these numbers. This is the analysis part. What do we do with these numbers to figure out what this number is? That was what we were asked to do on number 3 right here. So if I look at -4 and 2, -4 and 2, and I'm looking for where this is, notice it's right in between. I'm 3 units away this way. I'm 3 units away this way. So that means that my might call this the axis of symmetry. The x-coordinate there is the average. You find something right smack in the middle between two things, it's an average. If you have two test grades, an 80 and a 90, to find your average, you're going to take 80 plus 90, divide by 2, you get 85. So same idea here. Average, add them together, divide by 2. And that's exactly what happened here. If I do -4 plus 2, I get -2, and -2 divided by 2 is -1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and we're going to take a look at how to do these just using my x-intercepts. So my x-intercepts here are 0 and -4. So I'm going to add 0 plus that, so it doesn't look like something else, divided by 2 will give me -4 divided by 2. Well, -4 divided by 2 is -2. So x equals -2 is the x-coordinate for my vertex. And I do the same thing with all of these. So we're just going to go through that and show you each way. And it's that simple. Just take the average. So you got to find those x-intercepts first and then find the average. So here it's going to be 0 plus 4 divided by 2. And that gives you 4 divided by 2. So x equals 2 in this case. This one's a little bit different. I've got 0 and 3. It's the only reason why it's different. Okay, 0 plus 3. And it's different because 3 is not an even number. 2 doesn't go into it evenly, but it will still go terminating decimal. I don't have to leave it as a fraction, but you can. So my x is going to be 1.5. 1.5. 1 and 1/2. 3 halves, whatever you want it to be. Well, no, whatever. It's got to equal 1.5. Here, I'm going to do the same thing with these two numbers. So -3 plus 5. And my recommendation is that you do this divided by 2 every single time. Because what happens is you forget. You write down the -3 plus 5 and you forget the divide by 2. You have to divide by 2. It's the sum. It's the half the sum. Write it down. And so that equals, -3 plus 5 is 2. So 2 divided by 2, and so my x is going to equal 1. Right? So if you think -3 and 5, I'm more positive than negative, and so 1 is going to be right in between it. And if you looked at the graph, that's what you should be getting. And so now I'm down here at this one, 4 plus -4 plus -4. Divided by 2 equals 0 divided by 2. Well, 0 divided by 2 is 0. So therefore, x equals 0 is the x-coordinate. Well, what that means is that my vertex is on the y-axis. The y-axis is going to split that parabola right in half. So that's what that means by that. So that's what this one's all about, just taking the average. You just have to take the average of that, but you got to find these first. So some people were asking today, is it easier to do this when this is in standard form? No, it's not, because there's a whole different way to find what these x-intercepts are if it's in standard form. You want these in factored form like this. That's what makes it easy. And that's what we're going to be focusing on for the next little bit. So thank you for sharing. Thank you for watching. I shared, you watched, and I'm going to do, you should have the x-intercepts one, and we're going to do the y-intercepts one, and now we've got this, and so we've got it all covered. So thank you, and come back whenever you need it, and take another look if you get lost. Thanks.